Hey, how's it going, guys? Real quick, I just wanted to make a video going through my process of on-page SEO. I just put together this blog post regarding conversion tracking for affiliate marketers. I think it's a topic that doesn't get touched on very often. I've been able to use anytrack.io quite a bit, and I've been able to pretty much feed in all my affiliate network data into one dashboard. But that's not the same as actually tracking all the conversion events that lead up to a commission. I'm talking about actually using GA and GTM in order to track and report on events, conversions, micro conversions, the whole nine. So we're talking about which pages does this person view, how much time they spent, duration, stuff like that, engagement metrics, all the typical stuff you'd see in GA4, being able to pull that data, whether you're using GA3 or GA4. So anyways, getting into this, my screen's lagging a little bit, so bear with me. Let's see. Let me see if I can fix this. One moment. Okay, let me see if this does any better. It's still jumpy on my side. Anyways, maybe this isn't the one where I actually jump into the on page. I'll make a different video. But essentially, my favorite tool for on page, well, there's a combination of things, and I'm going to show you two different documents. I like using RankMath. RankMath usually tells me everything I need right here for on page, just to get like a baseline set up. Some of the things that I like the most, and one of the first things I notice is going into this edit snippet feature. I can optimize the title immediately there. Usually it's just going to be a placeholder, so whatever you actually put in the H1 will transfer over here. And then the permalink automatically transfers, but you got to watch it because it will change as you switch up um, other things on page. It's usually the last thing I do just to make sure that the permalink is something that I actually want there. And then obviously you can see the description as well. Let me get out of there. The other tool that I like to use is Surfer. So I'm doing this. This is some client work, and there is a Surfer extension that actually allows you to pull it up right here. Let me see if I can pull up the, see if I can get to the actual Chrome extension for y'all. Nope, that's going to take me to the Surfer homepage. So my mentor, big shout out to Marcos, if you're seeing this, he actually sent me the Surfer extension. I'm going to pause this because I don't want you guys seeing all my stuff here. I'm going to pause this and come back once I have that answer. 1 second. All right, perfect. Now, if I jump over to here, I've got some cloud computing stuff going on with Google Cloud. I'm using that for GTM. That's a story for another day. Let me see if I can pop you guys over to this other page. Man, I am just having the most technical difficulties today. And sometimes it goes that way. Whatever. Let's see. Anyways, there is, I'll put a link in the description so you guys can just go directly to the Chrome store. But it's called Surfer. It's by Surfer, and it's just their logo, and you can get it. The only reason I want to reiterate that is there's actually two different Chrome extensions, and one of them does what I just showed you, and the other does not. So obviously, you need to have a Surfer account. Another way that I like to use this is just on page in general. For some reason, I can move around this one, and I can't move around my WordPress as much. Looks like. Yeah. Okay. No biggie. The other thing that's pretty cool about this is I will show you. I highlight this. I use Quillbot. It's one of my favorite tools. And as long as I copy paste this, Command C, I can drop it in here. It doesn't do very well if you have, the more characters you have, the worse it does, basically. And I can paraphrase this right here. Um, this is a good alternative to just spinning everything. Sometimes I use a spin rewriter to create new content, but a lot of times I'll just paraphrase like this and get it done. It's kind of cool here. You can go creative, fluent, whatever, shortened, expanded, etc. And then the synonyms, you can control all that stuff in one spot. Looks like that. I think this tool was under $200 for a year, so probably worth it if you're going to be using a lot. But basically, what I just showed you, I can now click on copy here and just drop this in place of it. I'm not going to because I had Marco write this, so I'm sure he optimized it the way he wanted to. So maybe on the second go around, I'll use the second version. But if you look closely at this, if you pause the video right now, you just read this and it's saying the same thing. It's just paraphrase, literally. So there you go. They got a summarizer, they got a grammar checker. I haven't used these other tools. I've only used the paraphraser. So, and he's Marco's the guy who actually told me about this. So, might have a link to his course in the description on this too, just in case y'all want to check that out. But yeah, I think this is really powerful, and not a lot of people are utilizing this. Maybe there's a couple of things here. So I'm always looking for people also ask, and I get that right here. It's really dope. So I can just pull these for H2s. I've already done some H2s for this, but let's say that I wanted to add some more. I can just do this. Boom. Don't need the bold. I would just flip this to H2. Well, for some reason, this one didn't want to go for me. Let's see if I can get it to format correctly. Weird. It always wants to break when you're recording. There it goes. Okay. So I've got those new H2s that I can write for. This is just assuming that I wanted to expand this particular post, just if I wanted to. H1s, these are ideas for H1s. Obviously pulling these directly from the SERP. This is not unique content, so that means I would need to spin it, paraphrase it, do something to it, whatever. But the cool thing is I can just click here and get it on the clipboard, copy it over pretty easily. So that's pretty dope. And then maybe very seldom will I use a H4, H5, or H3. But I could if I really needed to, just to get there. And then we have some competitors stuff. We got a Yelp review, Spectrum News, local news, stuff like that. So that's all good and dandy. Let me see what else. I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, let's have some talks real quick about internal linking. So for me, what I'm starting to realize and starting to experiment with and finding true is the first link that you have on your document, on your post, is the one that you want to send the most juice to. So it needs to be in line with other posts that are similar, and it needs to be pointing in the right direction. What that means is if I have a piece of supporting content, which this ultimately is, it needs to point back to the main parent um, link. So this one's technical skills for affiliate marketing. And that's a pillar post that I wrote a long, long time ago and this is going to send right back. One of the first things I see whenever I look at this is the URL string is longer than I'd like it to be. But a quick note on that, do not change your URL string unless you absolutely have to. It's too easy to make things break. Obviously, you can 301, but 301s aren't really a sign of health in Google's eyes. So you want to be sparingly with your redirects if you can. Again, affiliate tracking software and contextual links. So notice how this doesn't say technical skills for SEO, so it's not like a direct match on the anchor text. It doesn't really need to be. That's kind of a myth, and it's also something that Google's smart enough with the machine learning and just looking at the amount of websites they look at. They're going to know if you're, spamming or just throwing stuff in there, and it's not going to take it as seriously, especially if you have anchor text that matches in the same exact post or other places on your site. Maybe go into different places. So to keep that from happening, you make it. I just link whatever's the most natural looking. So found an angle through studying visitor behavior and eventually learning the skills and found the tools. So that goes to that link or to that post. I'm sorry. Let's see here. And then I've got this going to a Simo Hava. I hope I'm saying his name right. He just put out this thing about remarketing using uh, GTM servers, whatever. So they're doing a ton of server side stuff nowadays, and it's getting really technical and interesting. But it's stuff like that that's going to allow you to have the edge, and this is how I put that in there because it's important. And then any track, not a direct match on their meta description. I took a look at their meta description with the Quake toolbar. I'll show you guys that in a second. That's the last thing I'll show you. But AnyTrack was the best tool that I found in order to get a dashboard that just pulls in all my affiliate networks in one place. And you might be wondering, how do I know that I'm not matching their meta description on their homepage? Well, if I go there and I click this, again, SEO Quake is a Chrome extension, but it's also a SEMrush tool. I'm trying to remember what I need to click though. It's not density. Of course, I fumble around. That's all good though. These are links to and from. Here we go. Diagnosis is the tab, and then it shows me my meta description here. This is the meta description for the homepage. AnyTrack is a conversion data platform that helps you track, attribute, and sync your conversion data. Okay, they said it way better, but dashboard-based software. I could probably add 4 affiliates or something like that, just to make this a little cleaner. Man, this thing is lagging crazy. It's lagging so bad. All right, cool. But I added that in there to give it a little bit more flavor. But anyways, I don't want to take this too long. Probably already did, but you're going to see a lot of these coming down the pipe just to get these thoughts out there. So thank you for listening. Peace.